Okay, it's time to wrap up our project. But before that, what we want is that if I click on a single director over here, it should show us the detailed list of that particular director. For example, the awards he has got, like his picture, his name, and all those kind of stuff. So to do that, what to do is we need to create a separate component for that particular details. So let's get to our VS Code over here, and I'm going to stop the running server, and then we're going to create a new component. I'm going to say ng generate, and then what we want to generate is a component, and then we're going to name this component as director details, and then hit enter. Now that the files are generated, let's go to src app, and then we have director details, and we'll remove the stuff that we don't require. We don't need the css, so I'm going to get rid of that one. We don't need the testing part, so I'm going to get rid of that one too. And in the ts file, I'm going to get rid of this css file over here. Let's save that. We need to add some couple more updates to our director details component, and that is the first thing is that I need the on init file over here, like on init import over here. So I'm going to import that one, and then here we're going to add in implements on init. Okay, and then inside that we're going to say director, and we're going to set that to any, and then we're going to create a constructor. Okay, and then we're going to say ng on init. Let's save that. And now we will need to add a template that will go in the new HTML document. So let's go to our director details component.html, and I'm going to get rid of this one here. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a div.row, and then we're going to say justify content center. Okay, and then actually we're going to give some spacing here, so I'm going to say mt3, and inside that we're going to say div.call md8, and then inside that we'll say div.card, then I'm going to say mt3. Actually we don't need this then if you're adding the mt3 over there. Okay, and inside that what we're going to do is we're just going to go to the director items, and you can see this, we have this director item details, right? So just copy all of the items that we have here, like this flex items and all these items. So we don't need all of that, actually we just need the img tags. I'm just going to copy that, and then we are going to paste it over here. Okay, so just tap that a little bit, save that, and that is going to be the image there. And then what we need next is the card body. So I'm going to say div.card body, and inside that we're going to say h5.card title, and I'm going to set that to director.name. Okay, and then we need to add in the director details, right? So the details here is going to be director.awards. These are the awards that the director has won. Okay, so save that. Now that we have our template, let's go to the director details component over here, and I'm going to copy this app director selector here, just copy that, and then we're going to go to app.component.html. I'm going to paste it over here. Okay, so this is going to be a tag, so I'm going to paste it over here. And since the director is actually inside the loop and it's not over here, we need to create the current director. So to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to say stuff. We're going to use the if statement there. So we'll say current director. Now we are creating this. This does not exist. We are actually creating this. Okay. So then we're going to set this one to director. Okay, so let me give another tab over here, and then we're going to set this director to the current director. Okay, so let me save that. And let me just check if the spelling is correct. Yep, that's correct. And let me break this to a new line. Oops. Save that. Now we need to get to our main component, that is the app.component.ts, and right below the directors.any, we have set the directors to any, and here we're going to set the current director, and we're going to set that to any. Okay, so this should solve most of the problems here. So the current director problem is gone. Let me remove this thing. And then let's get back to the app.component.ts file, and inside the event here, what we're going to do is we're going to add this dot current director is equals to item, and let's save that. And now let's go to our new director details component.ts, like the director details component.ts file. And what we're going to do is we need to call that inputs here. So we need to say inputs, and I'm going to set that to director. Okay, so save that. That will solve almost all of the problems. Now let's get back to our main component. Now let's get back to our app.component.html. And then we need to get to the list group which we created, which is over here. Now let's run this. I type in ng serve. Now if I type in Josh Whedon, you can see we should get Josh Whedon, and if I click on this, that should show me the details of Josh Whedon over here. Now we can actually modify this a little bit, so we can get to our director details component. Actually, we need to get to that HTML over here, and then we're going to give some spacing for this. So I'm going to give some top padding over here. So I'm going to call this as MT3. Save that. That should add some spacing for this one. Okay, so if I click on Joroso, you can see that we get the details of Joroso, but also we have some spacing on the top.